What's up, everybody? How you doing?
What's going on?
Welcome to a new episode,
Critical
brand new,
and thinking
with Ty Barnett
and Ian Harris.
Yo,
what is going on?
It's a lot. But you know what? We gonna get through this. We gonna be all right.
Hey, I actually get to share this on Facebook. I was banned
Why'd you get banned?
because I said something bad about our dear leader.
Oh, that's what I think I saw you.
Not even joking. I said
What up, Todd?
I said basically that Devin Nunes should run full on into Trump and
I saw that.
kill themselves.
What was wrong with that? Freedom of speech.
I really don't understand how that violates their standards. Oh, and I also called myself poor white trash. Apparently, you're not allowed to.
Well, they don't want you putting yourself down. That's all.
Right.
They just care about your feelings. That's all.
Twice I got that one pulled down twice, and I'm like, I didn't even know what it was. I'm like, wait, I can't say poor white trash when I'm talking about myself.
You can't tell. They want you to believe in yourself.
It's like
believe in your poor white trash self.
I was like, wait, how can that be hate speech?
We live in weird times now. But I'm gonna tell you something, man.
No self-hate speech.
No self-hate speech. You better believe in yourself. You would have been better off calling yourself a Nazi.
Then I changed it to economically disadvantaged Caucasian garbage.
Garbage. We got to take that garbage out of this, sir.
Right.
Don't call yourself that. Welcome to everybody that is watching the show, both out there and on Facebook. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to kind of riff a little bit because we got a few things to cover, but we're going to have some fun. So we're going to try and keep it lighthearted, but you know what the fuck we dealing with in the world today. You know what we dealing with, so we're going to do our best. The
Mueller report came out completely exonerated.
Oh my! I'm not.
He looked at it for 3 seconds, and then he wrote a paper that was already written well before. I'm completely exonerated, even though it says right there, this does not exonerate the president.
Yes, but you know what? His followers will believe whatever. What up, Lil Rob? Congratulations on your show, bro. Yes. Oh, just so you guys know, out there are people watching us on Facebook, so occasionally I will talk to them and say what's up, as I just did there with Todd. Todd calls it Caucasian debris. There you go. That's a better word. That's a better term.
Economically disadvantaged Caucasian debris.
Yes. See, that sounds
banned for 3 days.
You could actually apply for a job with that title.
Right. Exactly.
Like debris. So you're in the business?
Yes.
I'm a trash man.
Yes.
So yeah, the Mueller report came out. I'm not gonna lie, I was disappointed, but I had already prepared myself. I had prepared myself for it not to be, because I don't. Here's the thing, man. I don't think this is going to be easy getting this dude out of here. You know what this is like? You ever seen any action movie where there's a part where it seems like it's maybe the first third of the movie where it looks like the heroes are going to be able to take the villain out? And you're like, wait a minute, it's still about an hour left in the movie. It's not going to end like that. That's what I felt going into knowing that this report was coming out. Because I was like, it's not going to be that cut and dry.
No, it's when you kill the bad guy in the horror movie
and you don't see the body.
And then 5 minutes later, he jumps up behind you. Oh,
That's
no,
right.
Trump!
But I left you in the parking lot. How did you get here? So I kind of figured that. My thing on it is it did not exonerate him from. He could just as well be an unwitting, which seems very plausible. He's unwitting. Hey, Sandy, how you doing? But it didn't exonerate the obstruction of justice and none of that. And it doesn't. For some reason, people think it voids out Manafort, Flynn, Papadopoulos.
37. And here's the
all of that shit happened.
How the fuck do you read a 22-month-long report in under 2 days and sum it up?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Cliff
come
Notes.
on.
Maybe they gave him the Cliff Notes.
Yes.
Mueller report, Cliff Notes.
Yes, exactly.
For those of you that cheated in school.
Paula Poundstone tweeted something about Barr summed up was it Hemingway's? It was the best of times.
So yeah, I really, to be honest with you, it did not surprise me that that's what happened. What up, Jameson's watching? What's up, Jameson?
What's going on, man?
So here's the thing, and I will say that we won't spend too much time on this area of this because this dude is doing way more right now. I will say this:
Tale of Two Cities. That's what I'm talking about. Dickens.
If there is no incentive for you all to vote now, I don't know what will be. That's all I'm gonna say. If right now you don't feel like your vote matters, if you don't feel like your voice should be heard, I don't know what else to tell you. These motherfuckers. Here's the thing I do admire about Trump supporters is that they are standing with this dude no matter what. I don't care what he does. But now the weird thing about these Trump supporters, they're the same ones that are trying to get mad at Biden because Biden, they say Biden is a little touchy-feely and all of this stuff, blah, blah, blah. It's almost like these motherfuckers think we forgot about what this dude is doing. They think we forgot about the pussy grabbing. They think we forgot about the going.
I don't understand how the Democrats did forget. I see all these people Democrats. We've got to be. We can't be hypocrites. We got to get rid of him. We got to do this. We got to do that. It's like, really? We can't be hypocrites.
Stop.
Really? What did he do? First off, he didn't do anything, and he didn't even know he was being inappropriate. Everybody's like, even the people are like, well, he didn't do anything weird and sexual. He's just a little touchy-feely. A lot of people are like, hey, what's up, man? That's how they are.
Maybe if he would have said, I just like to grab the pussy.
Right. Maybe he's just been doing some pussy grabbing.
It's locker room talk, bro.
Yeah.
And then that's why I said, so that's...
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of him because he's too much of a pussy. He didn't grab no pussy. What kind of asshole is he? Just like just comes up and kisses you on the cheek? If he was a real man.
Joe Biden, if you're listening, Joe is listening. Joe Biden, if you're listening, do not make the same mistake Al Franken made. Do not make the same mistake Al Franken made. Do not make the same mistake.
Although I will say this, I don't want Joe Biden for president. I don't think he's going to win anyway. So I don't think it matters. But it's like we don't need to slander this dude. It's crazy. It's just stupid that we're going this overboard because we don't want to be seen as hypocrites. It's not even the same fucking ballpark.
You're playing. This is if I had to put this in nerd terms and this would be like Luke Skywalker trying to rationalize and reason with Darth Vader and trying to. There is no reasoning with the dark side, bro. They don't care about that. This is like, well, you know what? I could use my Jedi mind trick to do this, but I don't want to be able to take advantage of my Jedi mind trick. Where Darth Vader's like, fuck that. I'm choking motherfuckers from a distance.
Well, no, and it would basically be like, yeah, I use the Jedi mind trick to get this water closer to me. It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
No, he's choking people. No, but I need some water.
You see what
it's
I'm
the
saying?
same thing.
So
you're using it to your purpose.
Do not
hypocrite.
They have to at some point. Democrats, you have to wake up. You have
Luke
to.
did try. Yes.
You have to wake up and realize that they have hitched their wagon to this dude. They are willing to go over the cliff with this dude. They have already given up any moral fiber that they pretended to have with this dude. They have already given up anything. If it is not serving him personally, they don't care.
Well, they've actually come out too that a lot of the evangelicals they want him. They've said basically they want him here because they're hoping that he brings the end of times. That's why they don't care about climate change. That's why they're all super stoked on Israel. They want the whole Israel thing.
Did you tell me? Was this you who told me this? Somebody else told me this. The same theory. Like they just want to blow everything up. Literally, they want everything gone.
Right. Well, that's why they want to return Israel because Jerusalem becoming the capital and all this stuff that's going on right now is what allows in their dumbass world for Jesus to come back. Because Jesus, and then when Jesus comes back, the end of times comes. That's what they literally fucking want.
For the people that don't know out there watching the Critical and Thinking podcast, Ian Harris is an atheist.
What? So, regardless of whether you're an atheist or not.
No.
Come on. You're like, think about that. They're
it's
like,
just cool
you know
watching you say this.
If Trump somehow makes Israel, like as if he's in charge of fucking Israel, if Trump does X, Y, and Z with Israel, and this happens, Jesus is going to come back and kill everybody, and we'll all be raptured. Do whatever the fuck you want, pussy grabber. Like, that's basically what...
Oh, my God. This is hilarious, dude. Here's the thing. I always say this about the whole idea of heaven and all this stuff. None of us know. That's the one thing we know. That's the only thing we do know is that we don't know what's out there. We have no clue. None. My thing is that when people base their entire life off of a book that's been written, rewritten, and rewritten a million times. And
by people who knew 1/1,000,000th of what we know now.
Exactly. And by the way, these are the same people that put up that weird picture of the blonde-haired, blue-eyed dude and call him Jesus, even though in the book, technically it says he doesn't look like that. But that's a whole nother story. My thing on it is you have to at some point base your feelings in reality, because we have to. Here's the reality. This dude ain't trying to help you personally, and it comes down to this. Yeah, Ian is an atheist. Yeah, I know. I told you he is. He is. But she think I'm joking. Do you think I'm joking, Susan? He is. He's an atheist.
Either that, or she thought it was funny that you had to point it out.
Yes. Like, I just like to see. I just like to see. I just like to see Ian talking about that type of stuff, because if you could hear him go off, it'd be a whole nother story. Like, he'd use a lot more curse words, and anyway. But I hope at some point people wake up and realize that this dude is not your friend. Example, like right now, and you can all look this up. If there's any Trump supporters out there watching, which I doubt, I think we weeded them out a long time ago. This dude right now is saying, we have a great idea for Medicare. And I am not making up anything what I'm about to say right now. He says we have a great plan for health care. We have a great plan for health care. We're going to reveal that plan after my reelection. I want to say that again. The dude who said health care would be easy, he could take care of it, it's fine, no problem, is telling you, and it's also the same dude who told you that another country was paying for the wall, but now he's telling you that it's coming out of your money, and he held your paychecks hostage and your livelihood hostage for a wall that he promised us somebody to do. He is now telling you that he will give you health care if you reelect him.
But he's not going to show it to you until you reelect him. I wonder.
Do you understand? If this was a movie, bro, if this was a movie and you wrote this character out and you wrote that line right there.
Yeah. People be like, no one's going to buy this.
Thank you. A studio exec would be like, all right, come on, let's dial them back a little bit. There's no way in the world someone would be that. And there's no way in the world that people would fall for that shit. But we're in a different time now. So I honestly, there's a part of me that feels like,
I'm gonna just
could they just
go up to like fucking supermodel and be like, look, I'm actually a millionaire. I'm way better looking than this. All that shit downstairs. Yeah, everything. It's all there. But
my dick grows.
Yeah.
Once you give me once I'm in you, it grows.
Yeah, you see, it's crazy
exponentially.
But you don't get to see any of that until we're married, and yeah, that's a good deal.
And sign this paperwork saying that you could never leave me.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go for that.
Soon as the ink dries on your signature saying you could never leave me, I change into Brad Pitt or whoever you want me to be. I'm actually a shapeshifter, and I can be whoever you want me to be as soon as you sign this paperwork.
But it can't happen until you sign the paperwork.
Well, how do I know it's true? Do you believe in me or not?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That's the quandary.
Yes.
And
it's like, yes, but you told me that you were going to do this 2 years ago.
We try to be, Sandy. We try to be.
I know I told you 2 years ago, but things came up, and and now I'm serious this time. This time I'm for real.
I know I told you that my dick would grow, but you have to understand.
Why can't you do it right now though? Why do you have to wait 2 years?
See, that's the problem. You want things now. Do you want this to work out?
Right.
It has to happen organically.
These things take time, okay? No one knew healthcare was going to be hard.
Or penis enlargement.
Right, exactly.
So, I got to be honest with you, bro. I didn't think it would be this easy to fool people. I really didn't. I really honestly thought.
It's unbelievable how, it's fucking nuts, the shit that these people believe. Like, he could say anything fucking insane, dude, and they'd be like, oh, really? You don't believe it? Oh, fucking, oh, you believe that? Oh, would you watch CNN?
Dude, it's like it's almost like, honestly, I kid you not, it's almost like he said, one day he wakes up and just says, you know what? Let me see if I can get away with this.
I know, yeah.
And he just says it, but he says it.
We just start like a pool of the next crazy shit Trump's gonna say, kind of like a Deadpool. Oh, we should start that with listeners, and to see, everyone put in some money, and then we'll come up with the next crazy shit he's gonna say, and see who wins, because it's. I'm always Brad Upton. So you attack, and you're Bruce Jingles.
Oh my God. I don't, you know what, dude? I really just don't get how easy this has happened.
Right.
Because part of me feels like this would be, you know what? This would make total sense if we didn't have information. If the internet didn't exist, and like I said, if we went back to the times where the Pony Express was, where you had to get your information by a dude that got on a horse and drove, rode for days to tell you whatever it was, you can literally look up now the things.
But here's the problem with that. The two things is, number one is that because it's on the internet, there's all kinds of shit on the internet, most of which is wrong. So even though we have this wealth of information, we have this wealth of disinformation. Right. So it makes it really easy for them to go to just pick up anything. But also, here's the other thing: is that we also have a world where what's that? Colin? Yes.
Yes.
I know. One of these days
we work on it, bro. But feel free, Franklin, to go ahead and Richard and write your comment, and we'll talk about what you said. But go ahead, keep going.
But it's the other thing is that we're in an era right now where people don't trust anything. And it's insane. The cynicism in this world, but especially in this country, is fucking out of control.
That I could ride with if they were also being as critical to the dude that's lying.
But the point, but you can't be that way. There have to be experts. There have to be consensuses. You can't say, look, 99% of the people who do this agree to this, and it's all over the world, and then go, oh, you believe in 99% of the people who do that? Oh, come on, bro. Really? You're gonna believe what? And on everything, it really, no matter what you say, you can go.
It really comes down to tribalism.
Here's me standing in front of you doing something, and people go, so I'm supposed to believe you exist? Like, I was watching that flat Earth thing, and the guy said to the woman, like, what do you believe? What source do you trust?
Right.
And she goes, I only trust myself.
You don't know shit.
Right. You don't know shit, and that's how most of these people are. So you can show them facts, and they go, I don't trust those facts.
I only eat my own cooking, bro. Right. I only eat my own cooking. Can you cook? No, not really.
Yeah, exactly. No. I only trust myself. And you're a fucking moron. That's why you're in this situation.
Let me explain something to you. First of all, when you say you only trust yourself, that automatically tells me your opinion doesn't mean a fucking thing.
Right.
Because there is no one, and I'm including Professor X in this, as big of a mind as Professor X has, who's not a real person, by the way.
What?
I'm still not. There's certain shit that I don't like. I had, let me tell you what I had to do.
There's one thing that I don't know.
Hilarious. He's wearing glasses, people, obviously. Let me say what I had to do today. I had to go to the Apple store today, the Mac store, to get my computer looked at, and I was at the mercy of who. I know.
I had to go to the Mac store in my Escalade today.
That's right.
God damn it.
That's right.
The Prius. The Prius was in the shop, and so is the Tesla.
I'm trying to save the universe one Escalade tire at a time. But I was at the mercy of this tech. Because I don't know. I don't know whatever he tells me.
Right.
I have to just assume that that's what it is. Same thing with mechanics. I have to assume that's what it is. No one walks into a fucking mechanic's office and they say, well, look, man, I hooked your thing up to the computer with my thing here, and this is what it's saying your car needs. No one walks out of there like, nope, that's not what it needs. Oh, okay, are you a mechanic? No, I'm not. Okay, so you must have one of these devices at home that you can plug in and you can see. No, I don't have one of those.
Right.
Then how the fuck do you know that what I'm telling you in my machine is off?
But here's even more, if using that same analogy. You go to a mechanic and he goes, hey, man, your alternator's broke. And you go, all right, I'm going to get a second opinion. You go somewhere else and he goes, your alternator's broke. What's that going to cost? $300. I'm going to get a third opinion. How much? Alternator broke. How much is that going to cost? $300. I'm going to get a fourth opinion. Alternator's broke. How much is that going to cost? $400. I'm going to get a fifth opinion. What is it? It's fucking alternator fairies. All I got to do is shake a stick at it. Give me $10. I'll go away. All right, I'm going to choose that one. It's like,
bro, thank you guys for helping me out. These rest of these mechanics
they're trying to rip
CNN.
Me. Yeah,
they fucking watch CNN.
Exactly.
These fucking mechanics.
Fucking trying to tell me that there's a thing called the alternator.
See now, Todd, great point. Todd says that Apple technicians are called geniuses. They really are. And so, but that's my whole point. Like, I don't know certain things, so I have to. Now, there are certain things I do know. There are certain things I feel like I am more versed in than others. So if someone comes and tries to tell me certain things, I'm like, well, hold up, bro. I either know it or I know enough to research it and try to figure out if what you just said is bullshit or not.
Right. I know I at least got to check on that.
That's it, exactly.
Right. That sounds like so fucking far-fetched.
But you have so many people that are quick to just, I think tribalism has taken over more
Either
than
quick
rationale.
to deny or quick to accept, regardless of looking at it.
Depending on your side. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Depending on your side. Like right now, like I said, people are posting these pictures of Joe Biden doing all of this, but they're coming from Trump supporters. I'm like, you do realize that the person you're supporting cheated on each of his wives with porn stars, lied about it, got busted in the lie.
Right.
And again, I think they think we forgot these things and that it's just not going to be a point. So I think at some point, like I said, we have to get to a point.
Or they don't believe those things, or it's just they're just so completely fucked up as individuals that they don't fucking care. And if you really press them, they'd be like, I don't give a shit if Joe Biden smelled someone's hair and kissed someone on the cheek. I don't give a fuck. I just want to I want to own the libs.
Yeah, and you're gonna be owning the libs from a fucking homeless shelter.
Yeah, that you don't own because you don't own nothing but the libs. You own a house? Nope. You own a car? Nope. You own a job? Nope. What'd you own? I own the libs.
Not at all. So real quick, I want to talk about Avengers. This is the thing I don't get with Ian sometimes because I know you don't watch these types of movies. I don't understand that.
I do.
You do? So
yeah,
you caught up?
I'm not a crazy fan though.
What's the last Marvel movie you saw?
Yeah, I don't know.
God damn. See,
no,
that's my point.
I did see the one like what I don't know.
He said The Last Dragon. That's not a Marvel movie.
The Marvel, yeah, exactly.
What's the one with the Force? That's Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know anything about marbles.
I mean, live long and prosper. That's Star Trek.
No, what's the I did see the.
I haven't forgotten either, Mike.
What was the one last year? I did see that one.
The Marvel movie?
Yeah.
The Avengers.
Yeah. What's the big one about the end? The fucking
Infinity War.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so you're caught up. Okay. Yeah, somewhat caught up. So here's the whole reason I brought all that up is because the next one is about to come out.
I used to watch Spider-Man as a kid.
You know what? The Spider-Man movies are good. I'm glad that they stopped. I'm glad that they stopped remaking the original story in these Spider-Man movies.
I'm so fucking tired of that on all movies. It's like, yes, there's 9 original Spider-Mans. Fucking stop it. We know how it works.
Yes.
I haven't seen I have not seen. We almost watched it last night or the night before. The animated one, the one that won Best Animated Picture, the Spider-Verse.
I heard it was really good.
I heard it was really good.
I actually know somebody, Alicia Cooper. She did one of the voices in it. It did really well. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it.
Yeah, it's like 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What the fuck do they know? I'm just kidding. I did not trust them.
Well, they're fucking
Captain Marvel is another. Now I gotta be honest with you.
Captain Marvel, yeah.
I gotta be honest with you. I watched Captain Marvel because I know it ties into the Avengers. That's why I watched it. It wasn't the best Marvel movie I'd seen, but it wasn't the worst. So that's just my personal opinion.
Well.
Yeah, good point. Good point, Richard.
Enough of the origin stories too.
That's what I said. Every time a Spider-Man movie would come out, they would start with a new Peter Parker. So it was like Tobey Maguire, and then it was another two dudes.
And the thing is, like when the last Tobey Maguire still looks 18. You could have still used him.
Yeah,
you didn't need a new guy.
That's true.
And then a new guy on top of the new guy.
They made this latest Spider-Man like he was 8.
Yeah, dude. And like no muscle tone and like just like I was like, this is the worst. I mean, I guess people liked him, but
the next one's gonna be with him as a fetus. He's gonna be fighting from inside the womb. All the different
spider fetus. Spider. That's the.
What's that hanging out of you, ma'am? It's just a web. Sorry, we got graphic on that one. But
then some of the Republicans will be like, Spider-Man. It's a late-term Spider-Man.
I'm gonna stop. I want him to live, but as soon as he comes out, where are you from, ma'am? Where is this spider born? Was he an immigrant spider? But I'm excited because Avengers: Infinity War is coming out the end of this month, the 26th. Let me tell you how excited I am about this movie. I looked at my touring schedule to find out where I was gonna be to make sure because I'm gonna buy them today. I'm not even going to wait till I get back to Los Angeles. I'm going to be out of town when the movie comes out, and I am going to go see it there. I have not been this excited for a movie in a long time. First of all, I'm a huge comic book fan of these people, so I'm interested to see how this story wraps up. It's going to be huge, and that's why tickets on sale now. Like, you got to get your tickets. Get them now, just way you don't miss out. So I'm gonna buy my tickets today.
I like those movies. The thing is that my family doesn't like those movies, so I have to watch them when I'm on a plane or and I don't have any fucking time. So it's like when I have time and I'm by myself, that's like when I'm traveling, and so it's
You know
like,
what, dude? I got to think about that. Yeah, Bella doesn't seem like the type that strikes me that she likes those kind of like.
no, she doesn't. She didn't like even the like the Wonder Woman, which is not, I know it's not Marvel, but like
Which
any
is
sort
good,
of
though.
but any of the female, yeah, it's very good. But like even like with the female, like probably Captain Marvel, she just doesn't have any interest. She, like I said, we almost watched. She was down to watch the Spider-Verse, the animated one the other day, and we ended up not watching it. We ended up watching something else, but probably a movie that we've seen 1,000 times. But yeah, she likes, she likes comedies, and
I got to be honest with you. I love superhero movies because you get to, it's the whole fun thing about being a superhero. But I'm more particular to Marvel than I am DC. Even though
Right.
Batman is one of my favorite characters, but
Yeah.
I am more so a Marvel because Marvel just Iron Man set it off. Like,
Right.
first of all,
well, the films for sure, I think. But as a kid, to me, when I was a kid, I mean, I wasn't a big comic book guy as a kid, but as a kid, I loved Superman. So the Superman movies when I was a kid, like the Christopher Reeve Superman movies.
Let me know, Todd.
I love those when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I love and so, but nowadays the movie game, the Marvel movies are way better. There's no doubt about it.
First of all, between special effects and all this stuff, because you know this, because Ian, I don't know if you guys know this dude is a ridiculous editor. Like, this motherfucker knows a ton of shit. But with CGI and all of this shit now that they can do with movies, they can make these movies look so much better now than, like you said, could you imagine Christopher Reeve being Superman now, but with special effects?
Right. Oh. Well, he'd have to be, because
you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
He's dead and paralyzed.
That was you. That was all. That was on him, you guys. He said that, not me. But I get what you're saying. Remember, like, the worst thing about that Superman series was that when he turned into the bad Superman, and the bad Superman had the little 5 o'clock shadow and shit. He was drinking in the bar and just throwing them back. Which should tell you, by the way,
you got to watch the old CG. Oh, sorry, you didn't mean to get you.
No, I was gonna say, it should tell you, by the way, that no matter whether you're from Earth or Krypton, when shit is going bad, you drink.
Right.
That should
Do
tell
you
you right
remember
now.
the very first one when he was supposed to be a teenager, and it was so bad, the special effects where they had him running alongside the train, and it was literally like his torso, and they put these like these legs that were like sped up.
Yeah.
It looks so weird. Like his legs look so fake, like puppet legs. I'm like, even as a kid, I'm like, oh, that shit don't look good, man. That don't look all right.
We got. Hey, don't worry, Richard. We coming back to politics in a second.
Speaking of which, I was going to bring it back because here's my thing.
I see what you got pulled up on your screen.
Yeah, that too. But wouldn't Trump? I always think about Trump would be a ridiculous supervillain.
Dude, he makes supervillains look likable, bro.
Right, except for he's so comical because he's just such a jackass. But you know who? Every time I think about that, it always spawns on me, or that dawns on me that he's basically Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
He even talks like he even does the Dr. Evil lips.
Dude.
Like,
and the thing is,
you hear him the other day, he goes, I'm sick of these. First off, he called Democrats elites. And then he went on to say, I've got a better education than them. I got a better house than them.
I went to a better school.
I better school. Wait, weren't you just bitching that they were elites? And you're over here talking about how great you're...
And by the way, you tried to hide all of your scholastics and all that stuff. But you're the smart. If you're the smartest...
My dad got me into a better school.
This is why I said, man, it's when you see this, there's a part of you that's like, come on, man, this can't be really happening. Like, you cannot be allowing all of this. So I come back to this one thing. This is the only thing that makes sense. The only thing. When the DNC server was hacked, they also hacked the GOP.
No, absolutely. There's no way you're ever going to convince me.
They got shit on all of these people, bro.
Lindsey Graham. All of them. They have video from an email of Lindsey Graham fucking kids or something.
All of them. There is no fucking way.
They turned so quick as soon as it was like, oh, Russia. Oh, all of a sudden like, okay, Trump's cool.
Yeah,
like,
exactly, dude. There is
Lindsey
no way.
Graham was completely against Trump. Fucking, I mean, McConnell. Paul Ryan.
Yep, all of them.
He was like, I'm getting the fuck out of politics. Dude was like in his 40s, and he's like, I'm getting making $1 gazillion. He's like, I'm getting the fuck out of politics before I go to prison.
They have something on all of these fuckers, and that's the only thing that makes sense now, because you're like, wait a minute. So this dude is doing all of this shit. You're letting him get away with all of this shit. Not only are you letting him get away with it, you're championing it, and making excuses for it. as opposed to saying, okay, look, man, you're pushing this a little too far. Which I asked the next question.
Well, I think partly though, the other thing that could be at play here is that they see that the 41% of his people, whatever that base, is the only thing left for them now. And if they leave Trump, they lose that. And
right, but that base
they're trying to hold on to their fucking power. But
if all we had to worry about was that 30%, if all we had to worry about,
his approval rate's 41 now. Can you believe that?
I thought it was lower than that.
It went back. It went up.
It went back. You know why
it
went up?
41% or something. Like that.
You know, I went up after they said that about the report. But again, if his base is only 30%, something like that, right?
Right.
Then technically we should be fine. We should be fine because you would say most of these people got common sense and they won't let this shit happen. But I honestly feel like, so it's two things at play here, bro. And this is, I said this last podcast and I'm going to say it again.
See you, Richard.
Peace. I said this last show and I'm going to say it again. If you are not rich, if you are not part of the 1 to 3%, you are getting fucked too. Even if you're white. Even if you are white. Even if you are white.
Especially if you're white and living in your trailer right now.
Nothing has changed for you. This dude has been in office 3 years. Nothing has changed for you. If you're still living in a trailer, nothing has changed for you. And now he's telling you, hey.
In fact, except for your taxes went up.
Exactly. And he's telling you, if you want better health care, put me in office again, and I'll try to put something out there. He didn't even say this is the plan.
And by the way, I'm not bagging on anybody who live in a trailer, but let's be honest, you don't live in a mansion. That's all I'm saying.
Like I said,
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with living in a trailer. I've lived in a trailer many times in my life.
No, but what I'm saying
it's like
is,
you are not even. You ain't.
That's my point. Is that you're not in the elite.
Not even close.
You're not in the elite. So why are you fighting for these people who you can see what they're doing? You can literally look. They told you they wouldn't touch Medicare.
That's the craziest thing. Is they're doing all this shit right out in the open.
Yeah, but you know why? But do you know why?
It's almost like it's easier that way. It's almost like it's better for them just to be like, "Hi, I'm gonna fuck you now and take all your money," and people are like, "Ha ha, at least he's honest." Like I feel like that's what's going on.
But that's my point because, and I told you, it's two things.
Like they were so upset about the DNC for doing a couple of shady things. Oh, they gave Hillary Clinton the answers to or the questions to one of the things that puts her forever. She's
right, but
garbage.
Russia tells you that they actually meddled in the election to help this dude in your life.
And that's okay. Well, it's okay because we know about it.
Yeah, man, Russia's fine. Why we gotta hate Russia all of a sudden? All of a sudden? Didn't you watch Rocky?
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck? So I just, at this point, man, and this is why I say, like, I had to stop watching for a while. I gotta be honest with you, dude. I had to stop watching the news for a while because it was just like every day it just seems like, what the fuck else are you guys gonna do? What is it gonna take for you guys to wake up and realize that they're not fighting for you? Flint, Michigan still has shitty water. And you know what somebody told me? What somebody wrote in a comment when they said, because they started trying to bag on Obama or whatever, and they said, well, Trump has gotten here. And I said, Trump has been in office this much time. He's giving tax cuts to the rich. He's taken all these trips. This has cost this much money. His businesses have prospered. He's made so much more money off of this. And Flint still has shitty water. And the guy says, well, what about Obama? Stop with the Obama thing. But then he says, and I said, well, look, if he's been in 3 years, he still ain't fixed this. The guy's response was, well, give him some time. How much more time do you need?
Right.
You just declared a national emergency for some shit that's not a national emergency.
Right.
But again, like I said, they're quick to make excuses for this dude because they. Let me just give you the real.
Because this thing that drives me crazy. It's like maybe they're not overt racist. Maybe people aren't like the Trump people. I'm not sure there are tons, but I'm saying maybe the majority.
You mean
majority.
besides the KKK white nationalists?
No, it's besides no. But
outside of them.
I'm saying like the regular people that we know on Facebook or whatever that are like, I'm friends with you, so how can I be racist? Right? Those guys. Maybe they don't even know they're fucking racist. But the fact is that all these people that were, because I even heard this, people say, well, I know a lot of people that voted for Trump that are huge Trumpsters now that voted for Obama. And I actually know a couple guys like that. And maybe, they go, well, I voted for Obama. How can I be racist? I don't know, but there is some kind of fear element going on here that you just can't fucking deny. And it's strange to me because look at the people who hated Obama and no reason. Like the Obama hate and the obstruction that they did against Obama and the way people, the backlash to Trump because of Obama, What was it? I mean, there was nothing inherently like he was smart. He was funny.
I told
he was
you
educated. He did a great job. Like the only thing I can think about is that he was black. That's the only thing I
told
can
you
think
the
about.
worst thing Obama did was not be a fuck up. That's the worst thing he did. Because if he would have been a fuck up, then at least Republicans would have been like, okay.
No, but they still tried to pretend he was a fuck up.
No, but again, statistics show that he wasn't.
Well, yeah, no,
it's different when if you can point to stuff and say, okay, look, he's a fuck up because this, and this, he did all of this stuff. But when you can't and you got to manufacture stuff, like I said, when you look at the Affordable Care Act versus Obamacare, it is the same thing. But when you tell people, look, I hate this Obamacare, I'll stick with the Affordable Care Act.
By the way, 10 years in a row now, he's the most admired man in the world.
And this is, again, why Trump hates him.
But oh, by the way, did you see Tommy Lahren, or whatever her name is, the fucking.
Did you see the picture of her before she got plastic surgery?
No.
Dude, look up her picture of her before she got plastic surgery.
Did Fox pay for it to have the?
Dude, she looks. You ever see the Goonies?
Sloth? No, come on,
bro. Let me.
All right, I'll look it up. Yeah. Anyway, so you're saying Sloth isn't attractive? All right, John Matuzak is not gonna be happy about that. But
I'm gonna pull it up while you do that.
You're off the camera. But I was. Here's the thing. She said she was on. There was people started chanting thanks Obama, because she was on some stage, some talk thing, and the lady goes, so where do you get your health care? She goes, well, luckily I'm 24 and I'm still on my parents.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember
and
that.
all the people started going, right, thanks Obama, thanks. It's just like I'm like, but again, that same like cognitive dissonance from that fucking.
That's
lady.
what I'm sitting in here. Hold on. Oh, so what I want to do, and I didn't tell Ian I was going to do this, so, but I want to show you something here. Hold on. I don't know if I can show you guys the picture. Yeah, here we go. See if you guys can see that. That was her before, and that's her after.
Yeah, that's also a lot of makeup, too. Are we sure she had plastic surgery? Or is that just makeup and camera?
Well, yeah, come on now, stop. Not that much makeup. She ain't got no fucking eyebrows, bro. So anyway, let's do this because we gotta
go ahead.
No, go ahead. You want to read that?
Yeah, I was just gonna talk more Trump trash. He had said today, he tweeted that Puerto Rico got $91 billion for the hurricane. I think he's thinking of Mar-a-Lago, not Puerto Rico. They're close. Mar-a-Lago, Puerto Rico.
We didn't even talk about the 3 Mexican countries.
Yeah, we should. Isn't Puerto Rico one of the 3 Mexican countries?
Yes.
And he said, more money than has ever been gotten. I don't think it's been gotten for a hurricane before. This is our president. More money than has ever been gotten for a president before.
He went to the best schools.
And all their local politicians do is complain and ask for more money. And then he says, the polls are grossly the polls? POLS? What the fuck is a POLS?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what
I
are grossly incompetent. What's a POLS?
I don't know what that is.
And spend the money foolishly and corruptly and only take from the USA.
They're part of the USA, by the way.
Where do you think Puerto Rico is, you fucking moron?
It's fine.
How much is wrong with that fucking tweet?
Dude.
That's the president of the United States. That's not a third grader.
No.
That's not a guy with severe head trauma.
Actually, a third grader was the one that posted this and saying this is ridiculous. So,
I mean, that's fucking unbelievable that came out of...
It's not unbelievable when you go to the one thing that he said that this dude was one of the smartest things this dude said. He said, I love the poorly educated.
Well, he's talking about himself. He does love himself.
Exactly. But people underestimated that statement, dude. They underestimated that statement.
Well, it's because they're poorly educated.
Exactly. Point proven. Point proven.
But here's the thing about tweeting. You can, Trump, if you're listening, let me explain. The good thing about writing something,
hey Judy,
is that you actually have the time
to correct it
and to think about it before you hit the button that says send. Like when you say, if I said to myself, if you said to me, hey, what's in Puerto Rico? I'll go, man, they got like $91 billion and, and shit, they're taking money from the USA. And then I was like, you know what I mean? From other parts of the USA. What I meant was that they're taking money from the rest of the country. I know they're part of the country. And it turns out it's not $91 billion. It was $900. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. But if I'm typing that out, I have time to read it before I fucking hit send.
I think he fired his autocorrect, his spell check, and all that. I think he fired it. It was part of the staff cuts that people didn't know that. And that'd be fun. That'd be a funny.
Maybe has Betsy DeVos correcting it for him.
Don't even start me with that. So hey, I want to do this real quick because we do got to get ready to go. But the show was different today. We didn't get a chance to do some of the things we want to do. So I want to read this. These aren't even me. This is not me saying this, but let's talk about white privilege. Just for, because someone posted this, and the thread was, someone posted and they asked this on Twitter. They said, white people, what is the most outrageous thing that you've gotten away with as a white person that you know damn well a black or brown person wouldn't have never gotten away with? These are their responses. So I'm just going to read a few of them. Okay. These are their responses, bro, and it's 27 of them. We're not going to do all that. But anyway, this is what one person said. I got pulled over for a rolling stop sign, driving with my husband's car with a loaded handgun in the glove box, and no permit, and I got off with a warning. All right, they get worse. Another one says, drunk driving, speeding, warrants out for my arrest, suspended license, told to switch places with my also drunk passenger and sent home. I spit in a cop's face when he tried to take out my lip piercing with his bare hands. I survived, got to keep my lip piercing, was not beaten, released within 24 hours. He said, let's see, hold on. By the way, one person said they were honestly shocked at some of these, and they said they saw 5 of these in here, by the way, that someone says they spit in somebody's face. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. Lots of things. As a teen, my friend stole my grandma's car, no plates, and we got busted at a speed trap. Rather than pull over, she took off into a residential area with several police vehicles in pursuit. Notice I'm still breathing and not incarcerated. I'll read one more for you, and then you guys have a great day. Let's see. It says, here's one. Oh, this is the one that really tripped me out. He says, breaking into my own car with a Slim Jim, a cop even helped me. He never once asked to see my ID or registration to verify it was, in fact, my car. He might not have even asked if it was my car, nor did I volunteer if I would not have volunteered that information.
Yeah, that's one. I will say that one. That's not a big deal, other than the fact that you know for a fact. Like, I mean, that's what a cop should do. Hey, man, if you need help? Cool, let me help you. I think that's great. But you know that if it was a black dude with a Slim Jim,
exactly.
You got to at least be wounded.
You got to look these right. up. It's just amazing to me that some of these things. So it comes back to the other thing. I guess it's a good way to wrap it up. The reason why I think this dude is being allowed to get away with a lot of stuff from the poor people, not the elites, because you know why the elites are doing this, because they're getting actual money from this dude, and they're making a killing off of this. But I think the reason why some of these poor people and these people that don't have that kind of status are doing this is because they're used to a certain person being in charge of America. Right. And it's honestly going to be their downfall. And this dude knows, he knows this. He knows that he can say anything to them that, well, look at me. I'm a rich white guy. Right. Aren't you guys used to us being in charge of America? Just trust what I'm saying. And they're shooting themselves in the foot, and they're voting against their own interests because they are used to seeing that face.
Well, I will say that there is an element that it doesn't go along with that narrative, but I think there's some people that is the case. The other people are the people that we talked about earlier. The people that don't trust any authority. Right. The people that thought he was going to drain
the authority.
No, but the thing is, he told them he wasn't. He told them he was an outsider. I'm not a politician. We've been talking about this for decades. Oh, we need a businessman in there because they're going to balance the budget, which is fucking ridiculous. Business, it's not a business; it's a government. Completely, you can't just cut and move to Mexico. Like that's how businesses work. That's not how fucking a country works. But a lot of people thought we can't trust politicians. This guy isn't a politician. When in reality, he's the biggest fucking politician. Yeah. But they didn't know that at the time, and I think they're in so deep now, and they're still buying the con. I think a few of them are probably. I think there's been people who got disillusioned and left, but there were definitely a lot of people that were like, "He's going to drain the swamp. He's not a politician. He's got his own money, so he doesn't need kickbacks." I heard that one a lot too.
Bananas to me.
It's like, how do you think he got his money? He's a fucking wannabe gangster. You think he got kickbacks from every fucking teamster, every fucking mafia dude out there that when he's building his fucking, his real estate, whatever in New York.
That's why I said it's amazing. Like, you can look all of this stuff up and they still like, oh no, that can't be true.
Well, you could look it up, but you have to look it up.
But then you know what it happens when someone says they don't want to destroy what they've put their faith in. That's why they refuse to look at it. They don't want to destroy the lie that they told themselves.
Right.
And I think that's gonna, like I said, inevitably is going to be their downfall, and it's gonna be the reason why they are gonna be worse off than they ever were. Okay, you guys.
And by the way, guys, if you give us, we asked for a couple bucks, but I'm gonna trump it up a little bit today. If you guys give us $100 through our PayPal, our Patreon, if you guys give us like $100, the next show will be the best show you'll ever see in your life. But we already got guests lined up for the next show. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. But we have to get the money first. Otherwise, send us the money. Once we get the money, then hold on. Send us a lot of money. Yeah, I'm getting a phone call from somebody that wants to be on the show. Oh yeah, who's it? Hello, Celine Dion. What? Hey, what? Oh my God, dude, she will not stop calling us. We will put you on the show, Celine. We just got to get more money, and Ian's working on that right now. Yeah, so if we can get like 10 people to donate $100, that's it. Then we'll have Celine. We'll have Celine, and we'll have Hold on, I'm getting another call. Who is it on? I'm getting another call. Jussie Smollett, maybe, because he's pretty popular right now. I'd like to hear what he has to say. Jussie Smollett's going to be performing. Oh, okay, cool. I got it. Elvis. Oh, no way. Again? Elvis is going to be on the show. You guys didn't get to hear the one that we recorded him because I can't put it out. He says he's coming back from the dead just for the show. Oh, nice. Yes. Is he bringing Tupac? Tupac and Biggie. No way. All it takes is $100, you guys. That's it. So help us out. Do you want to see Tupac, Biggie, and Elvis or what? Yeah, and if we don't get him on next one, we'll have him on 2020. That's right. For sure. I guarantee it. 100%. So come on. Critical Thinking Podcast. Ian Harris. Ty Barnett. We'll see you next time.